Autumn. So I know I didn't post a video last week. I really just kind of got sidetracked and never really got around to it. And so that's why I'm doing today's video. And today's video is really just a rant about anime. So let me start off by saying I'm just going to say always, because it's been forever now, that I've had a love for anime since I was 7 or 8 and I first saw Inuyasha on Adult Swim. I've been hooked. Inuyasha has always been my number one go-to, my number one favorite, and just all around what brought me into the world of anime. And it's funny because I was actually watching Inuyasha last night when I came across an ad on Facebook for the Ancient Magus Bride. Now, I have Verve, which is an app where you can get Crunchyroll. They used to have Funimation. There's a bunch of different animes on there, and then Boomerang and some Nick is on there, and it's honestly worth what I pay for it. I pay around Netflix price, maybe $10 I think a month, and that gives me unlimited access to all of Boomerang and Nick and basically everything on the entire site. If you don't have that, there are some shows you cannot watch. And I'm really glad I updated because I added the Ancient Magus Bride to my list on Verve. I want to say maybe a couple months back, and it's subtitled, so that really kind of threw me off. I really don't care too much for subtitled animes, mostly because I get stuck trying to figure out what they're saying by reading the subtitles instead of watching the actual show. And so I don't like to watch a lot of subtitled animes. But while I was scrolling and I came across the ad, it really just kind of did pull me back in. And so I said, screw it. Who cares if it's subtitled? Let's just watch it. So in the first episode, that one did give me a little bit of trouble. It has been a while since I watched a subtitled anything. So I was watching that one. I think that one took me the longest to watch because there were a couple scenes I was just a little too slow reading the subtitles, and either I would miss the end of what they were saying because I was trying to watch what was going on the screen, or I would miss what was going on the screen because I was trying to figure out what they were saying. The perfect catch-22. And so that episode did take me a little bit longer than the actual 24 minutes to watch it. But when I finally finished it, I just could not stop. It was, I think, 2:30 in the morning when I started watching this show. And it's kind of funny because I stayed up and watched episode after episode until I think I want to say episode 7 or 8 maybe. And finally that was the point where I was okay, I gotta stop. I think this is a good place to just wait, so I can finish it in the morning. I need to get some sleep. I have babies to take care of, So I had to stop. Well, the reason I actually kept watching is because, the first episode pulled me in. The second episode did not give me anything, really, that I wanted to know. And then the third episode broke my heart. I bawled like a baby. And it takes a lot for me to cry these days. I have been through a lot in life. I've had kind of a shitty hand dealt to me most of the time. And so I used to cry all the time, nonstop. And so now I've worked really hard on not doing that. The only time I consistently cry is, of course, watching Grey's Anatomy. But, just watching that episode, it just really touched my heart, and I started to cry. And I think it was at that moment that I realized, this show is amazing. I mean, okay, I've watched Sword Art Online, and I didn't even cry when Yui came into the picture and then left the picture. It really does take a lot to get me emotional, especially about a show or an animated show you know, where the characters aren't even close to real. And so for me to cry, it really just kind of let me know, like, this show is going to be amazing. And so I did. I kept watching. And then, like, 2 episodes later, I was crying again because something else broke my heart, and it just made it all, like, wow, you know? And so I had to go to bed because it was, like, 4, almost 5 in the morning. And I decided that since I forgot to do a video last week, that I was going to make this video about this show because I just needed to rant about how excited I am to finish it and how excited I am to see what other shows are similar to this, because I have watched quite a bit of anime and there are a lot that are either very, very serious or very, very comical. And this show, I feel, brings a really good balance. You know, there are some shows where there's just debauchery everywhere. There's just, you know, constant change of the types of animation that they use because they're trying to portray a certain hysterical feeling that's supposed to be funny. And it just doesn't, to me, it doesn't come across well, and it's not good. You know, usually those shows take me forever to finish, and then I'm disappointed because I even watched it to begin with. But, so I'm really excited about this show, and, I really hope that I can get y'all into it, or Inuyasha, or any other animes. If there are any animes that you like, that you think that I should watch, please leave a comment. I would love to get into it. I really, really do like anime. It's just been a really hard time finding a good one lately, besides just rewatching old ones that I've seen before. But so anyway, go ahead and leave a comment, and like and subscribe. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you know when I post a new video, and I will see y'all next time. Okay, so bye.